Hmm. Hi there, guys. Good evening. Damon Gonzalez again from Lightweight Sports. Man, that was really a lot of fun having Sean Mason on with us, man. Such a good kid. We were very delighted and happy to have him join us on the Slip Punches show. Today, we have another special guest coming from Brooklyn, New York, a super lightweight fighter in ways of Kazakhstan. We're looking forward to talk to this brother. Really nice guy. Definitely. Uh, Doing his thing in boxing. So we're very proud to have him come aboard and talk to us in a couple of minutes. Again, I want to thank everybody again, sincerely, for following Latin Box Sports. And definitely, let's just check. Thank here. Everybody again, sincerely. All right, check here, see how things are going. Sound is good, audio is good. We're super excited, man. We're trying our best. We have this gentleman coming on with us. Everybody, I'd like to introduce Mr. Dimash Niyazov. How you doing,
What's up,
champ?
guys? What's going on, guys?
Super lightweight out of Brooklyn, New York. How's it going, man?
Everything's great, man. Just training outside for now. I mean, all the gyms are closed right now currently. We're doing what we gotta do.
So, champ, you've come a long way. You've raised in Kazakhstan, and now you're raised in Brooklyn, New York. Walk us through it. How did your boxing career as a pro start for you?
Well, my boxing career started, yeah, back in Kazakhstan. My dad used to be a boxer actually, but he never had the opportunity to go professional because he migrated here in the United States, started working, and he was trying to get me back to US because I was stuck back home. I haven't seen my parents for approximately 8 years, but I was there, since first grade. I went to boxing school. I did gymnastics at the same time,
Wow.
and I was my trainer was an Olympic coach,
Okay.
and so ever since then I fell in love with the sport. I came here when I was 14 and I just adapted it. I did kickboxing, I did Muay Thai, I won the world championships in kickboxing as amateurs. I was number one here as amateur in boxing in New York, and then from there, you know what? I just decided to continue my dad's legacy.
So how old are you? You're pretty young, ain't you?
I look young, but I'm 30 right now.
You're 30 years old. So did you touch your chin when the bare knuckle fighting came out? Are you giving that any thoughts? I mean, you have
Yeah,
a lot of experience here.
honestly, yeah, man, why not? I heard Mike Tyson was supposed to fight Holyfield. They got an offer and I jumped in it, man. I messaged Bare Knuckle Fights and I was like, listen, if they're gonna fight, don't forget about me, because I'm coming in there, you know?
So, champ, what gym in Brooklyn that you train in?
I train in Fight Factory.
Okay, you're in
Yeah,
the
but
fight.
I used to train in Gleason's for I believe 9 years, long time ago. But then I moved to Brooklyn, Brooklyn South, and that's the gym my dad works in. He has his own school. He trains a lot of kids over there. And you know what? I don't know if you know, I'm a police officer as well here in New York. And what I do is I take some of the kids from the program and I take them back to my gym, and that's where I kind of teach them, the discipline, staying in great shape.
Now that's very impressive to be a boxer and work for NYPD. Congratulations, man. That's awesome to work for New York's finest and to be in the ring. I could imagine how it must have felt for you that night when you fought in the Brooklyn Barclays Center, man. Walk us through that, man. Talk about that night in Brooklyn.
Every time I fight in Brooklyn, it's always an amazing time because you have so many friends and family members that come in to support you, and you also have, the coworkers that come in. I mean, I remember fighting even not even in Barclays. I mean, Barclays was amazing, it was a great time, but I remember my first time fighting in Coney Island Stadium. It was a baseball stadium called MCU, and us just local fighters without any big names, we filled up the stadium, man. And I remember all the NYPD officers coming in to support me, and it was amazing.
Wow, I could just imagine. I could just imagine. Was your outfit like a police outfit or just in the regular boxing outfit?
I wasn't really big into like outfits until later on, but
Uh-huh.
that time I just had my t-shirt on.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Again, you're another young fighter out of the Brooklyn, New York, which is very, very, I mean, it's like the landmark of boxing in New York and what have you, fighting on the pro ranks. You're looking at a comeback. Talk to us about this. You took a year off. You took some time to reflect. And of course, everybody dealing with this crisis right now with the coronavirus. What are your thoughts of coming back into the sport?
Man, honestly, I can't wait because, I'm a different animal now than I was before. I did train with my father for a long time, but I said to myself, you know what? If I want to get better, I need to, learn new things, new techniques, new moves. So I did hire, a different coach. I hired also a physical coach that will give me strength and conditioning. And can't wait, man. You're gonna see a lot of fireworks.
I'll tell you, in this generation now, in this era of boxing, Kazakh boxing, with the likes of course, Triple G for the past few years, what are your thoughts? Seeing, you and members of your country represent the sport so well here in the United States.
When Triple G first started, nobody knew really where he was from. Nobody knew that there's a country called Kazakhstan, honestly. Um, but thanks to him and thanks to other guys that are currently training in United States and representing, their country, Kazakhstan, they're doing amazing things. I mean, they're calling out all these champions. Unfortunately, they can't get that fight because, you got to build a name first. You got to build an audience. You got to have some kind of value in you. I understand you have the skills and everything, but, at the same time, you want to be that charismatic person that people will like you, that people will come to your show and buy the tickets just to watch you. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of young guys who come from different countries, that's the thing they don't understand is that, don't rush, take your time, build a name for yourself, build your own brand, and then you can start calling out all these champions.
Now, champ, if you give me a second, I'll give a quick shout out to Pablo, Mauricio, Xavier, Samson Boxing. Saludo, Samson. Nice to see you watching us. Peter Mafredo, champ, how you doing? Listen,
Nice.
again, you as a pro fighter fighting out of Brooklyn, fighting in the Barclays, having these opportunities, you're a very intelligent young man. And I saw that in your fight. You handle and behave like a fighter in the ring. Talk about this experience that you have, and the best is yet to come. Give us some feedback on yourself and your career, what we expect to see from you.
I think the best training that you can get is obviously train with somebody who's also sharp, who's smart. A lot of guys I see in the gym trying to spar with somebody not their caliber, and I feel like that's the wrong thing to do. You know, you want to challenge yourself, you want to fight the best, and when you have a chance, let's say somebody's training at your gym, especially if you have a world champion training at your gym, listen, try to jump on the opportunity, even if it's few rounds. You know what I mean? You're gonna get the experience. I remember back in the day when I was younger, I used to spar all these champions, man. Paulie Malignaggi, I used to spar Zab Judah, and listen, I've gained a lot of experience from that, just from sparring. And I think that's what young kids need to understand that if you wanna be sharp, smart, you gotta challenge yourself.
I love the fact that you're very involved in the community, not just, of course, as an athlete, but as an officer. You're very involved with these kids. Just give us a little more feedback on what you do with these kids in the gym, in the community. Man, it shows the big heart you have.
Well, as you know, the NYPD. We also have the NYPD boxing. school where we do train young guys who come in from different backgrounds, and it's free. It's a free program. Anybody could join. All we ask you to do is be respectful, be disciplined, and come in when we ask you to come in. And you know thanks to that program, we have so many champions now. As you got Richardson coming in from that program. You have Colbert coming in from that program. I mean, we have a lot of young amateur champions and pro champions, and to me, it's a great opportunity to have, like, let's say if I'm on a job somewhere answering a call, right? And I see young kids there in the house, I would ask them, listen, what do you like boxing? What were your interests, And I will give them my business card. I say, listen, whenever you're free, don't hesitate to call me. I will take you out to a gym. I'll teach you. I'll show you the ropes. And from there on, if you like it, you're more than welcome to come in, stop by anytime.
That's beautiful. That's awesome. I'll tell you, a couple of months back, I was on an airplane from where I live here in Tampa, Florida, headed to New York City to the Top Rank card that was canceled at the Hulu Theater in Madison Square Garden. And that night, I was supposed to shoot photography for Battle of the Badges, the police department. They had their show in New York. Are you involved with Battle of the Badges at all?
Yeah, I'm in the most of the shows. I'm in there. I do help the officers who are trying to prepare for the fights because, as you know, they're not professionals. We do
Right.
give them some time, a couple of months to train, and that's where I come in. I give them some tips. They come to my gym or their gym or whatever. But this is my job. I come in, I give them some tips, and let them do the best they got.
Champ, we appreciate those comments and those thoughts. Give a shout out to your fans. And how can the fans that are following follow you on your social media, your Instagram, your Twitters, and what have you?
Yeah, sure, guys. Follow me on Facebook, Dimash Niyazov, or on IG, Dimash.Niyazov. And thank you, guys. I love you all.
Champ, let me ask you another question. Of course, when the bell rings, which June 9th, we see Las Vegas has given approval for legendary promoter Bob Arum and Top Rank to start their shows in Las Vegas, which will be behind closed doors, and there's going to be no media there and what have you, and no fans. Now, your thoughts of boxing behind closed doors. Have you gave it any thought if you got the call and you may have to fight in that situation?
Honestly, I think as an athlete, you shouldn't be worried about that. You shouldn't worry about the crowd. I think you should just focus on your own craft and what you're gonna do, in the ring. The crowd could watch you on TV. It's fine, but it is what it is at this point, and it's very sad that thousands of people are gonna miss out the same experience because it's totally different. Watching at home and being in the stadium is totally different experience. And I feel for fighters too. For some fighters do like that. They want the support of their friends, family, cheering you on between the rounds. It does help. There's a huge studies done on that, and a lot of times the adrenaline, you get the adrenaline rush when fans actually cheering you on, and to stay in the ring, keep fighting, and unfortunately, this is hopefully within time, we're gonna see the stadiums packed again.
Absolutely. Now, of course, you as a fighter, every fighter is a fan. There's no question. What in your eyes right now in this era? What's your favorite division in the sport right now?
Honestly, my favorite division in sport is actually the division that I'm in. You have Lomachenko moving up to 135. You have Gervonta Davis moving up to 135. Ryan Garcia, also a great fighter. He has a lot of following. He's trying to, prove a lot of people wrong. You have Teofimo Lopez, beast. He's a crazy fighter. And also, you have the WBC champion, David Haney. And, that division right there is so stacked and so much competition. I feel like you can have any of those guys fight each other and still have a great show. At the end of the day, and I feel like that's where I want to be in. I want to be in the mix with those guys. So
Yeah, but
hopefully,
wait. If the bell rang and Lomachenko was on the other side of the ring, you won't be like 10-13, 10-13.
no.
Assistance. You sure?
I'm positive I'll be there, man.
Awesome, awesome, man. Listen, we really appreciate you coming on with us and with the fans here on the Slip Punches show, and we hope to have you come back.
Thank you. Thank you, Latin Boxing.
Hey, we appreciate you, man. You have a great day, champ, and thank you for joining us. And we'll continue to follow your success.
All right. Stay safe, guys.
Take care. Keep on punching. And thank you so much for serving, champ. Take care.
Take care, guys.
Thank you guys for tuning in with Latin Box Sports, Damon Gonzalez. We appreciate you guys joining us on the show today. You guys have a great afternoon, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.